This is the perfect time to listen to a stream right now, lol.
Good evening, everybody. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Alright. I am super tired right now. I'm gonna need you guys to put a little pep in my step. Just got back from a little weekend getaway with my wife. We just went to Savannah, Georgia, which, if you've ever been to Savannah, Georgia, it's the best drinking town, man. So I'm kind of struggling, and I figured, instead of being lazy and sitting on the couch while my wife does bedtime and puts our daughter to sleep, I'm gonna just hang out with you guys a little bit. So, there's no beer on my desk right now. It's just water. A necessity. Welcome, guys. Good to see everybody. Alex Dunn and Swishfish, thank you so much for the first Super Chat channel support of the stream. Alex says, hey, Greedo, at Publix working right now. This is the perfect time to listen to a stream. LOL. Yeah, so I worked at Publix, when was that? So that would have been 2003, I think, 2004. That was before, smartphones and all that stuff. So it would have been so awesome to be able to stock shelves while listening to something like a live stream or a podcast, or even just music that wasn't Goo Goo Dolls playing over the speakers in the store, right? But hell yeah, man. Sit back, enjoy, zone out a little bit while you do your Publix thing, and allow my voice to make the time pass, I suppose. Anyway, Alex, cheers, man. I hope you're doing well, and I greatly appreciate that generous super chat this evening, man. Cheers. There we go. Okay, sorry. I kind of like rushed to get the stream up and running, so I'm kind of opening tabs and shit, still organizing my screen. We got home a little later than expected. Me and my wife, we stayed out late last night, watched the Jags game, did a little bar hopping. If you ever been to Savannah, Georgia, well, I'll get to it in a second. Swish, thank you so much, man. Swish says, hey, Greedo, Sis and I are going out for girls' night, so I can't stay, but here's a tip. For the record, here's hoping Mando Season 3 isn't as bad as Season 2 was. I wouldn't call Season 2 bad. I still really thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, you know, the Season 3 looks like it is going to be a lot of familiar faces, a lot of things that I don't know why, man, but the Mandalorian lore, Mandalore, that kind of stuff has never really interested me that much. A lot of it seems kind of, I mean, maybe back in the day it felt more like this, but kind of generic warrior sci-fi stuff, you know? So it never really appealed to me all that much. I really hope, you know, the Season 3 trailer, obviously it got me a little excited for the show, but there wasn't a lot of stuff there that made me like super intrigued or ready for more, you know. And I'm sure I'm in the minority when it comes to that opinion, but yeah, enjoy the night. Enjoy the night. Have some fun. You've earned it. But cheers. Be safe out there. And thank you for the support. Speaking of NFL, I'm watching Cowboys versus 49ers. Yep, Donnie, what's up, man? Yeah, we're going down as soon as the stream's over, as soon as my daughter's in bed. We're going to go down and watch the game. But I'm afraid, my friends, I will not last very long. I'll probably fall asleep pretty shortly after I lay on the couch. I'll probably start snoring on the couch. But yeah, so Savannah, Georgia. It's a good drinking town if you're of age. If you want to just kind of hop from place to place, see some cool architecture, see some history, and okay. So the best way to, there's also an open container law in Savannah. So like you can say, I'll have my drink to go, and you can just walk around with a plastic cup, and the whole town is like that. And it's pretty neat. So a good way to kind of explain Savannah from the perspective of like bar hopping and stuff like that. Last night we were walking around. We were trying to find you walk around, you stumble upon an Irish pub, you go in, you have a beer, cool, and then you move on to the next place. We did that, and then we're walking, and we just see like an elevator. And there's a sign that says, take elevator to Tiki bar. And there's no other signs. It's just a little sign on the elevator. And we're like, okay, I guess we'll check this out. There's no, like, neon sign. There's no light. There's no nothing. It's just an elevator. And it says, take elevator to Tiki bar. So, yeah. Hell yeah. And we do it. When we go up, the doors open of the elevator. We walk out. And there's so many people in this random ass like nondescript tiki. There's decorations everywhere. It looks like we're in Hawaii. We're on the second floor of some old ass building, and we've been transported to Hawaii through this Doctor Who elevator. So that's a good way to kind of describe Savannah. I love that town, man. If you ever get a chance to go, It's a really cool, fun hang for sure. But anyway, Vince, good to see you, man. Tiki room indeed. And Vince, thank you for the super chat. Let me take a quick sip of the old water. Vince says, I started reading Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke and don't think wait, hold on. Let me restart this. Okay. I'm very tired and a little bleh, so you'll have to forgive me. Vince says, I started reading Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke and I don't think a first chapter has ever hooked me as much. Oh, interesting. On a UFO kick, the phenomenon doc is entertaining. Unacknowledged is crazy bullshit. Are those documentaries? Unacknowledged? Unacknowledged. Documentary. It is a documentary, okay. Oh, it's not a documentary. Oh, maybe it is. Wait. It's got Giancarlo Esposito in it? Wait. So he's probably just featured in this documentary. Let me see. One sec. Okay. Sorry. Okay, there we go. Okay. You know, I've never read an Arthur C. Clarke book, Vince. It's the one that I've always wanted to read was, and they're making a movie of it. Oh my God, what is it called? Arthur C. Clarke books. Rendezvous with Rama. Rendezvous with Rama is the Arthur C. Clarke book I've always wanted to read. And the reason I want to read that, I heard, what's his name? Morgan Freeman talking about his favorite books. And he said Rendezvous with Rama is one of his all-time favorite books. I own it. I've never read it. But yeah, man, I've never read an Arthur C. Clarke book. Childhood's End. 1953. Ooh, this sounds interesting. The story follows the peaceful alien invasion of Earth by the mysterious overlords, whose arrival begins decades of apparent utopia under indirect alien rule at the cost of human identity and culture. That sounds really intriguing, man. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's see how much it is on the Kindle. Kindle. $0 with oh, wait, $7.59. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll pick that up, man. Interesting. All right. Yeah, maybe this will be my next read. Interesting. Yeah, I like stories like this. I like, you know, science fiction stories like this. But Vince, a lot of the UFO, like real world, holy shit, guys, I'm not my normal self. I'm super tired. I apologize. I'm on fumes right now. We stayed up late. And drove, and I'm beat. But yeah, Vince, like, you know, the UFO stuff, I don't really find it all intriguing. It would be neat if true. There's a guy called Mick West. His name is Mick West, and I follow him on Twitter, and he's always like posting, debunking. He's got a YouTube channel too, and a podcast, but he's always like debunking UFO videos and giving logical explanations, or like tracking down flight data of flight paths of airplanes and things like that, and showing how certain, basically he debunks a lot of UFO videos. It's interesting, and they're pretty on the nose debunkings. Is that the right term? Holy fuck, I should have made coffee for this. But everybody has a high definition camera in their pocket. Takes 1080p video or 4K video. Takes incredible photos. And there's really despite everybody having a phone in their pocket, it's kind of like ghosts, right? You would think there'd be so many pictures of ghosts out there, so many pictures of UFOs, because everybody now is a documentarian. Everybody is a photographer now, and everybody has access easily to taking pictures of weird shit. Yeah, I agree. I enjoy the what if of it too. But yeah. Do I think there are aliens out there? Of course. Do I think they're visiting us? I don't. But, to think that there is not life out there, even microbial life, I think is to not really fully grasp the scale and scope of the universe, We are one little planet orbiting one little sun in one little galaxy that's made up of hundreds of billions of other stars. And our one little galaxy is one of trillions of galaxies with hundreds of billions or trillions of suns in those galaxies. So to think that this little humdrum planet of ours is the only planet that has ever sustained life, I think is ego. I don't know. But yeah, that's just me. Anyway, cheers, Vince. Maybe I'll watch put on a documentary, one of those documentaries one day, and maybe it'll hook me. Maybe I'll just spend the entire hour rolling my eyes. Oh, we saw a ghost. We have a ghost show, but we didn't have our cameras rolling when we saw the ghost. Oh, goodness. Oh, I love Project Hail Mary, Salty. I actually have the book on a shelf in my office. I love that book. One of my favorite books of all time, man. Anyway. Oscar Rodriguez, Evans Media, Tan Production. Thank you guys so much for the channel support as well. There we go. Oscar says, Misa, more interested in Skeleton Crew than Mando. I am too, to tell you the truth. I'm more interested in Skeleton Crew than Mando as well. I'm more interested in Skeleton Crew than Ahsoka or Lando or most of the other shows that have been announced. It's the show that we know not much about. It sounds fun. It sounds like a fun, like, child adventure. Like, kind of, I don't know if it's going to be like this, but it kind of reminds me of, just because there's kids in it and stuff like that, it kind of reminds me of, some of the 80s movies like Stand By Me or Goonies. And, not saying it's going to be like that, but I kind of hope it is. I hope it's a fun little, like, coming of age story about some kids who have a father figure, in Jude Law. I don't know if it's going to be like that at all. Oh, you guys like that Jar Jar? I'm not bad at Jar Jar. Mr. Jar Jar Binks. You say people gonna die? It's not too bad. But, Yeah, I'm with you, Oscar. Skeleton Crew really has me intrigued. I like the unknown of it, and I hope it's a lot of fun, man. I hope it's a lot of fun. I hope it doesn't take itself too serious. You know, we can have shows like Andor, which I love, and we can have shows like Skeleton Crew, which has the potential to be like a Stand By Me, you know. But yeah, anyway. Evans Media, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Evans says, just got off an 8-hour shift at the grocery store. There's a good chance of having snow day tomorrow here in New York. Gonna continue my Indiana Jones rewatch. Hell yes. 8-hour shift at a grocery store. That can be fun. You know, when I worked at one of my first jobs was at a grocery store, and you know, those jobs, it's all about it. I guess every single job is like this, but it's all about the people you work with. And you know, my first ever job when I was 15 was Burger King, and it was fun just because you worked with a lot of other people around, you know, your age, and goofing off and being stupid and putting way too many pickles on somebody's burger and then giggling about it. And when I worked at a grocery store, it was the same way, you know, like stocking. I was a stocker, so I stocked shelves, unloaded trucks, and you know, it was fun. It was a good time. So, yeah, enjoy it, man. But yeah, a snow day. I haven't had a snow day since I never had I live in Florida, man. When I was growing up, I never had a snow day. I never had a snow. I was born in Ohio. I'm sure I had snow days when I was like in kindergarten. But, you know, I've been living in Florida since I was like 12. So, yeah, snow days, non-existent for sure. But if I did have a snow day, oh my God, Evans. Oh my God. I would binge watch Indiana Jones. That sounds like a glorious day. You know, get some shit done around the house. Do a little workout, do a little hit in the house. And then sit my ass on the couch and watch Indiana Jones all day long. Hell yes. Anyway, cheers, Evans. Enjoy the day, man, if you do have it off. Rest those tired dogs. And, yeah. Cheers, man. Thanks for stocking and keeping the shelves running. And Tan Production, thank you so much for the channel support as well. Hey there. We just started work on season 3 of At the Studio, and it's good. Really good. Nice, man. That's exciting. That's really exciting. You know, it's not on par, but whenever I start a new like long form video, which I'm working on right now, the video that I'm working on right now is like 20 minutes long. Hoping to have it done by the end of the month. But you know, starting something like that, that sounded like a fart. I don't know if you could hear that. That was my chair. That was not a fart. I would tell you if it was. You probably didn't hear it, but goddamn, that sounded like a fart. Yeah, that's exciting. It's exciting to like, I don't know, whenever I did work some graphic design jobs years ago, like 10 years ago. And whenever you do have a project, like I used to make commercials, like local commercials. And, you know, even if I wasn't invested in the subject matter, you know, whether it be like a commercial for a plumbing company or an AC company or something like that, you know, I don't really care about that stuff, but it's fun to collaborate. It's fun to be a part of a crew that's making something like that, you know. So, hell yeah. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy the, I can finally say that I worked on the Book of Boba Fett because I'm in the credits. Hell, that is too cool. That is too cool. Dude, I'm happy for you. Hell yeah. That is just too cool. Cheers, man. Other YouTubers would be like, dude, send me some spoilers. Send me some blah, blah, blah. I'm not that guy. You got that. You signed that. Yeah, I'm sure you signed a contract. And I would never want you to break that. Also, I want to be surprised, right? I want to be surprised. I never understood people wanting spoilers. I never understood, like, you know, people wanting to know what happens in a thing before they experience the thing, you know? Never understood that. But, yeah, cheers, Tan. Enjoy it. It's exciting. And Oscar Rodriguez. I appreciate the hell out of that super chat and channel support. And once again, guys, I apologize. I am dragging ass over here. I am one tired dada. Yeah, me and my wife, if you didn't hear, we went to Savannah, Georgia. It's a big party drinking town. It's fun. We found a sports bar, like right next to the hotel, and we got there right when the Jags started. The Jags game started at 4:30. We got a table, watched the whole game, multiple buckets of beer, and just enjoyed ourselves the rest of the night. It was a good time. So I'm tired, needless to say. Needless to say, I'm dragging ass. I can't believe I haven't just been yawning on this live stream this whole time. Anyway. Oscar, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support. Oscar says, I hope Brendan Fraser has a cameo in Indy 5 as a crazy old man that Indy bumps into at a bar talking about fighting mummies and no one believes him. Oh, that would be funny. I don't know if I would really want that, but I think that's a funny concept for sure. That's a really funny concept. I'm excited for the movie, man. I'm super excited for the new Indiana Jones movie. The trailer looks fun. It looks pretty chaotic. But yeah, I will be. When does it come out? Let me look this up. Indiana Jones, Dial of Destiny, right? Indiana Jones. Jones. And the Dial of Destiny. June 3rd. Let's see. Am I working June 3rd? I always have to do Firefighter Schedule Maker. And I clicked Shift Calendar. And I select my shift. Let's see. So I work tomorrow, January 23rd. Let's see. And the movie comes out June 30th. I am off on June 30th. So maybe I'll go to an early... Ooh, I'm off. Oh, so is my daughter. She's off. I think she's got summer break then. So I'm off. So maybe my parents can watch my daughter for the morning, and me and my buddy can go see Indiana Jones. Opening day. Early showing. Hell yeah. Oh, I work on my birthday. That means I'm going to probably get a bucket of water thrown on me, and maybe flour thrown all over me as well. That's what happens. I'll probably get a birthday cake made in the shape of a penis from my coworkers. And yeah, happy birthday. Anyway, cheers, Oscar. I'm excited. No, I haven't watched The Last of Us yet. We're watching a couple shows right now, Oscar, that we're trying to get through before we start another one. We started White Lotus season 2, and we started the latest season of The Crown. So we're trying to finish those before we jump into something else. But no, the next thing that I really want to watch is The Last of Us. So I've heard it's great. Anyway, cheers, man. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Dum 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 dum. Yeah, Barry's great. Yeah, we watched Barry. We kill that show like as soon as it comes out. That's a solid one. If you haven't watched Vince, I feel like we have very similar tastes. I think, and maybe we've talked about this before, but I don't remember. I don't think so. Have you watched Fleabag? I think you would really like Fleabag. This goes for everybody, but Fleabag has Phoebe Waller-Bridge in it, and she's in the new Indiana Jones movie. And she wrote and directed and stars in Fleabag. And it is so good. It's one of the best TV shows I've ever seen. It's just 2 seasons. I highly recommend it for sure. Barry Succession. HOTD. What's HOTD? HOTD. HOTD. Oh, House of Dragons. House of the Dragon. Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. I need to get on that. Forgot about that. Nice. Yeah, jump into it for sure. It's a good show. It's an easy watch. It's funny. The opening scene will hook you. It's a funny show. Yeah. Anyway. Tan Production and Andrew Rodriguez, thank you guys so much for the channel support as well. Tan says, what is the best way to reach you for a chat if you have time? Reach out to me probably on Twitter. And I guess follow me if you don't already, or if you have a Twitter, I don't know. And I'll follow you and you can DM me. But yeah, that's probably the best way, and then we can we can chit chat in there, or if you want to. Yeah, that'd be cool. Hell yeah. Like to know the happenings. But yeah, I don't really check much stuff like that, but Twitter is probably the one that and I'm not very active on it. I guess I am lately, but it's probably the platform that I'm most active on. But I do have a hard, I'm really bad at checking DMs and stuff like that. Oh, nice. Okay. Let me look at T sign. Can it? All right, cool. There you go. Sweet. Followed. Sweet. And Andrew Rodriguez says, just started my new job for a solar panel company and it's going good so far. Anyways, hope you have a great weekend. Oh, hope you had we had a solid weekend. It was fun. Looking forward to Mando season 3. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, I see people in my neighborhood putting solar panels on their roofs and shit like that. I know the upfront cost is probably pretty astronomical, way out of our budget at the moment. But hopefully that technology, comes down in price and becomes more affordable to the average consumer. Because I live in Florida and it's sunny as hell all the time, except for today. It was cold and rainy. But it would be amazing to kind of not rely solely on the grid and create your own energy for your own home. And yeah, I don't understand why that isn't more prolific. I don't understand why it's not more of a thing. I mean, obviously the energy companies and stuff like that, it wouldn't be in their best interest to not want you to be on their grid and solely rely on their grid. But for the consumer, for us human beings, it would be incredible to be able to power your home, or at least a few appliances that are always on, right? With and you can even put, I think you can even put energy back into the grid with this, so it's a win-win. But anyway, yeah, man. Looking forward to season 3 of Mandalorian. Me too, man. I briefly talked about it at the beginning of the stream. Yeah, I'm not all that interested in Mandalore lore. We've had stories told on Mandalore. We've seen the struggles for power, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know. I don't really want to revisit that. I want new stories, and these are going to be new stories. But like, I don't know why it doesn't really interest me all that much. But yeah, cheers, Andrew. I'm glad to hear the new job's going well. Hell yeah, kick some ass. And if you learn anything interesting, I'd love to hear about it, because that, relatively new technology, at least the way it's being used now, I think it has a bright future, no pun intended. But cheers, man. Enjoy it. Alex Dunn and Bubba Fett, thank you guys so much. Alex says, yo, I have the same job at Publix that you did. I'm a grocery clerk, so I level the aisles and unload the trucks. Dude, despite, me working there 21 years ago, I still block my, refrigerator. I still turn labels out at home. It's funny how it taught me to do that. Like, it's still instilled in me to do all that kind of shit, even at the house, I'll never forget, like, at the end of the night, I don't know if every grocery store is like this, and I'm assuming it's still like this at Publix, Alex, but at the end of the night, when you close up, everybody in the store, they call it blocking the store. So everybody goes to an aisle and they start somewhere and they start pulling all the products up to the front. And they start organizing the aisles one by one. And they pull all the products forward, make sure the labels are facing forward, and you do this to every single aisle, even the refrigerated section. And that's how we ended our night, every single night at Publix 21 years ago. And I'm curious if it's still like that. It was a fun job, man. It was a fun job. Some of those early jobs are some of the most fun for sure. Oh, you call it leveling now. Okay, nice. Leveling. I like that. Anyway, cheers, man. Gonna do some leveling in an hour or two. Oh, the madness. And then you'll just find random shit. You'll find a pack of chicken breasts sitting on the Cheez-Its in the Cheez-It aisle. And they're warm, and this pack of chicken breasts apparently has been sitting there all day, and some asshole pushing their cart decided they didn't want chicken breasts, and instead of walking 20 yards to put it back where they got it, they just decided to put it next to the Cheez-Its. Hey, that's not where that goes. You just wasted valuable food. You son of a bitch. At my store, the whole night crew does it throughout the evening, and at the end of the night, we do a big group level. Yep. Good deal, man. Anyway, cheers, Alex. I appreciate that. Bubba Fett, thank you as well. Bubba says, had a chance to watch The Menu. Yes, that's actually the most recent movie me and my wife watched, and I loved it. I thought it was great. It was like darkly funny. Yeah, it was. I loved it from the moment that damn movie started to the very end. It got wacky. It was such a commentary on like celebrity chef culture and all that, so like reviews of restaurants, and it was it was very on the nose. It had a lot packed in there, but it was I thought it was great, man. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, if you guys haven't watched The Menu, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Hell yeah. That's one of the better movies that I've watched in a long time. It has Ralph Fiennes in it. It has Nicholas Hoult. It has John Leguizamo. It has a lot of familiar faces in it. It has the girl from what's her name? I gotta look her up. What's the chess show? What is that called? Chess show. Queen's Gambit. Yeah, Queen's Gambit. And Anya Taylor-Joy, is that her name? Yeah. Yeah, The Menu's great, man. Yeah. Give that a watch. Solid. Anyway. Oh, I need to go to bed early tonight. Gotta wake up for work. I don't want to be dragging ass. It's no fun when you're exhausted. You know, some days... It's crazy that some days, you know, you'll get a couple calls at the fire department at my station. Then some days you'll get 15 and you will run all day. Some days you run all day and then dinner time hits and you don't get another call for the rest of the night and you sleep like a baby all night. But some days, you get to the station, you do your truck check off, and you get calls from the moment you're there to the moment you go home the next day. And you get like an hour of sleep. And then the next day, you're a goddamn zombie. And you have a 4-year-old daughter who, good luck trying to sleep. Good luck trying to take a nap. Because as soon as your eyes close, as soon as you lay on that pillow, as soon as you turn on the sleep mate, does anybody else use a sleep mate? It's a white noise maker. I've had one my entire life since I was a baby. And it's like a white noise machine. It has a little fan in it. It's like a little circular, almost like a little box. And I've slept with one my entire life, and so has my entire extended family. My parents, my sister, my entire extended family, even aunts and uncles and cousins. They all sleep with a sleep mate. Now my daughter does too. My wife can't sleep without it now. I don't understand how people don't have one. If it's like completely quiet, I have a hard time falling asleep. Yeah. Does the alarm ever scare the shit out of you? So it's kind of neat. We don't use a big station alarm. All of our radio. So like, I'll come in the morning, I'll take my radio, change out the battery from the previous shift, and I have my radio the entire shift. Everybody has their own personal radio, and that radio is programmed to just respond to your truck. So I mean, I can hear the chatter of all the entire county chatter. You know, there's a tone on the radio for when a call goes out that isn't for our station, and then when there is a call for our station, the tone is different. So, you know, it's not a big alarm, you know, like over our head with a big black flashing red light. It's actually a pretty subtle, like boop 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 tone.
Did you watch the game last night? It was a good game. I'm from Kansas and was thinking about Greedo if he was tuned in as well. Also, I've been to Galaxy's Edge and it's amazing.
Hell yeah, thank you so much. Give me one sec. Yeah, so it's like a pretty subtle tone, you know. It's not you know, it in the middle of the night, I crank it up, put it next to my bed, boop boop boop, and it goes off. And I just sleep in my uniform. A lot of the other guys like strip down, put shorts on, boxers, whatever. They just sleep but I actually sleep in my Nomex pants, my regular uniform. I just take my boots off and crawl into bed. That way, as soon as the tones go off, I just grab my jacket and my boots and I run to the truck, and I like to be first. You know. I like to jump up, see what the call is, get in the truck, and go. It's interesting. But yeah. Grokul Mole, is that how you say it? Grokul Mole Games. Thank you so much for the generous super chat and channel support this evening, man. I appreciate that. Grokul Mole says, Greedo, did you watch the game last night? It was a good game. I'm from Kansas, and I was thinking about Greedo if he was tuned in as well. Of course. Also, I've been to Galaxy's Edge, and it's amazing. Oh yeah, we were watching it. We were me and my wife actually went to Savannah, Georgia for the weekend. And as soon as we were able to get to Savannah yesterday at like 4:00. So we checked into the hotel, and then we like speed walked to a sports bar, and we got there right when the game was starting. We got a table, we had buckets of beer, and we sat there for the whole game. And the bar wasn't filled with Jaguar fans, but it was surprisingly filled with a ton of Kansas City fans. I mean, I want to say it was almost an equal amount. It's crazy. But yeah, it was a good game. Obviously, I'm bummed that the Jags did not win. They should have. They missed so many opportunities, dropped balls. It was a good game, but it was frustrating at times, as they always are, right? But yeah, Galaxy's Edge is. I'm glad you were able to go. We got Disney season passes. We bought them last October, and we've gone a lot because we only live 2 hours away from Disney World, and we've gone a lot. You know, sometimes I don't work on Fridays, and my daughter never has school on Fridays. She's in pre-K, so you know, if it lines up perfectly that I don't have work and she doesn't have school, I'll just take her down to Disney for the day. And we'll go to, a lot of the times we go to Hollywood Studios. Just because I like to save Magic Kingdom and stuff like that for when all three of us can go. Yeah, it's great. Galaxy's Edge is fun. Me and my daughter went a couple weeks ago. She loves Star Tours. We went on, I took her on the Millennium Falcon ride for her first time. She was a pilot. We were both pilots. She was like too little to reach the controllers, so I was reaching over and helping her hit buttons and stuff like that. Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a good time. Galaxy's Edge it's really well done. Couple months ago, my parents actually watched our daughter, and me and my wife went down to Hollywood Studios, just the two of us, and we scored some Oga's Cantina reservations, and that is an experience in and of itself. It's the drinks are great, the atmosphere is amazing, and we had a little too much, but it was fun. Anyway, cheers, man. Congratulations on your Chiefs winning. I'm bummed out, but I'm happy for you. Man. But cheers, I appreciate that. Let's see, where's my phone? I'm so excited to go to sleep. Dude. Love the vid of the guys watching a game on TV and it goes off and they're on the truck in about 10 seconds. Oh, love the vid of... And it goes off and they're on the truck in about 10... Yeah, that's how it is, man. We bolt, especially, dude. If it's, obviously, if it's you get kind of used to the varying nature and severity of calls. If a call comes in that's like, people will call for things like a nosebleed, right? You see that, and based on the severity, you can see. I always bolt to the truck no matter how minuscule the call might be. I'm always first. But when there's a fire, so we have an app on our phone that it's called Pulse Point, and so the app, as soon as the dispatcher puts in like a code for the call, the app will go ding, and we have it set, like I have my app set to just go off on fires. So I will know a minute or two through this app. I will know a minute or two before like the county tones alert us that there's a fire. Just because the dispatcher, initially has to put a code for that call, and this app just recognizes, boom, there's a fire code, boom, and it'll put it out. Our CAD system, in the stations, they will see basically live they will see what the dispatcher puts in after they've put in all the information. So we'll know a minute or two before the county knows, basically, just because of this app on our phone, and we will bolt to the goddamn truck. I will be dressed out in a minute 30 and on the way to a call, and then we'll be like 2 minutes away from the station and the tones will go off and we're like already in the truck, ready to go, ready to pull lines, ready to do searches and shit. And it's exciting. It gets the blood flowing. I love it. It's a good job. Yeah, proud of the Jags too, man. They it was a fun season to watch for sure. It was a fun season. Yeah, hopefully next season will be as exciting, if not more, you know? All right, take it easy, Vince. Thanks for stopping by, man. And if you're ever in Savannah, Georgia, let me know. It's a great, fun town. I'm sure you've been there.
Long time since I've caught you on a stream. Been wanting to ask you a question. Have you seen William Shatner's quote after going into space?
Yeah.
It's different than any youth, wondering your perspective on I.
Yes. Let me read that. There we go. Okay. Jared, thank you so much for the channel support, man. It's good to see you. Jared says, long time since I've caught you on a stream. Been wanting to ask you a question. Have you seen William Shatner's quote after going into space? It's different than any other. Wondering your perspective on it. Yes, I watched him go up live. Amazon produced a little like Shatner in space documentary. But yeah, I was watching it live when he got off of came out of the capsule and he was talking to Bezos. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what it was, but he said it was like experiencing death, like this. I'll read it. Let me read it. Shatner space quote. It felt like a funeral. He said, "I love all the questions that have." Well, when I looked at the. Oh, hold on. When I looked in the opposite direction into space, there was no mystery, no majestic all to behold. All I saw was death. That's not exactly what he said. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, he talked about I remember him talking about like when the blue flash, you know, after he basically left the atmosphere. I saw a cold, dark, black emptiness. Hold on. It was unlike any blackness you could see or feel on Earth. It was deep, enveloping, all-encompassing. I turned back toward the light of home. I could see the curvature of the Earth, the beige of the desert, the white of the clouds, and the blue of the sky. It was life, nurturing, sustaining life, Mother Earth, Gaia, and I was leaving her. Yeah. Pale blue dot with a twist, indeed. That's a good way to look at it for sure. It was very moving when he got out of the capsule and he was just in tears. It was interesting because everybody else around him was like popping champagne and, you know, jumping up and cheering and stuff. And Shatner was over here like weeping. And, yeah, he's had some profound things to say about the experience for sure. Yeah. Anyway, if anybody hasn't watched that, there's a great documentary. I think it's called Shatner in Space on Amazon. I think it's only like 30 minutes long or something like that. It's really worth a watch. You can also watch the recording of the launch and the landing, but which is cool in and of itself. I would definitely recommend, watching when he comes out of the capsule, what he has to say and everything. It's It's interesting. Somber indeed. Indeed. But I appreciate that, Jared. Cheers, man. All right, we're over an hour. We're over an hour now. That means I gotta go. I'm gonna go night-night. I'm tired. But, all right, guys. Let's see. All right, I'm working on a video. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the month. Other than that, man, you know me, I don't really plan anything. I'll be doing some streams and, you know, from time to time. But yeah, I need to plan more, don't I? Anyway. All right, guys. Everybody who super chatted and supported the channel, cheers. I appreciate the hell out of that. To everybody who hung out in the chat and just shot the shit, thanks for hanging out, man. All right, guys. That's it for me. Stay safe out there. All right. Have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya.